Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Trip Around the Multiverse with your host, the man who apparently is from Australia, but no one knows unless you read my Wikipedia, Carl Charles and
the man who blacked out 17 seconds of TV because of profanity?
Yep.
See my chance.
And today, as it is the road to the WrestleMania 40, we thought, hey, let's review Elimination Chamber because it may have some implications towards WrestleMania, which it kind of does.
It kind of does and it kind of doesn't, because everything was predictable, but that's because they kind of set in stone what was happening.
Yeah.
It didn't interfere with anything.
No.
It just was. Right?
Yeah, it just was.
But yes, and I'm sure you want to cut a promo about The Rock and Cody and that situation, but that can wait till
we get there
a bit later. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go through the actual PLE first.
Yeah, which was live from Perth, Australia.
Did you watch, by the way, the kickoff?
No, I wanted to, and literally, it had no sound, which made no sense. And I thought it was something I did wrong, so I kept on shutting down the app, turn it back on. No, just kept on literally as the now then forever, literally a second in, no sound. So I just gave up.
Okay.
Did you watch it?
Okay. Yeah, I did actually.
Yeah.
Because Asuka was on it.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to watch it.
And Kairi Sane and Candice LeRae.
Yeah.
And I don't know too much about Indy Hartwell. Let me put it out. Not to say, she's. I'm not watching whatever, right? But it's just the other people I was interested in. I could stand to watch this. Yeah. Right? Because Candice could do a lot of stuff, and I just don't think she gets to do any of that. So I thought, okay, maybe they'll give her a bit of a showcase. But it's no, she didn't get that either. I don't know if you watched Indy Candice LeRae, but when she was doing the violence party,
I won't watch it around the time, but I know about the violence party and stuff like that.
Except that when she was doing it on Asuka, it was so tame, and I was like, oh man, To be fair, she was probably beating on men with that as well, so she was allowed to hit them a bit harder, right? But I don't know. I think they just kind of cut her knees. Anyways, the whole thing wasn't. The actual match wasn't that bad. Indy Hartwell got a hero's welcome, and they were waiting for her to do stuff because she's Australian. I was like, okay, yeah. Wasn't amazing, right?
Yeah.
But the person who you expect to take the pin took the pin, and that's because not because the job in Candice LeRae out all the time, right?
Yeah.
It's just that Indy Hartwell's Australian.
Yeah.
So she ain't gonna take the pin.
No.
And likely the Kabuki Warriors are not gonna lose the tag team titles on a pre-show.
Yeah, because that'd be weird. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it wasn't bad, but Candice got the. It was the insane elbow with Asuka was back planting her. Yeah. Reverse DDT-ish, but not kind of really.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was alright. It went amazing. Though Indy Hartwell did get the crowd made her more of a star than she perhaps actually is.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I think in the future they'll do more stuff with Candice and Indy. It's just I think the damage control thing is kind of to go along with the story of Bailey and Io and all that. So
to be exactly. They're the forefront because it's leading to the breakup.
Yeah.
And Io hasn't, unfortunately, I would say Io hasn't done much since becoming champion.
Yeah. You're saying that.
Okay. Women's Elimination Chamber is the first match.
Yes.
The winner gets to face Rhea Ripley or Nia Jax at WrestleMania. But come on, Rhea Ripley ain't gonna lose at the Australian pay-per-view main event, right?
No.
So it's got Naomi, Becky, Tiffany Stratton, Liv Morgan, and who's the other one? Raquel Rodriguez.
Yep, Raquel. Yep, who just came back from injury. ish.
Yes, and she has an ailment of some sort.
Yeah.
Which explains why she was not wearing makeup.
Yeah.
Don't know if you noticed it, right?
Hmm.
It's only because everyone else had stuff on, right? And you're like, huh? Why this? Okay, I thought she was just going out as all natural.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the specific look. But then I was like, but then it turns out she actually has some sort of skin problem.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay, all right, that explains that.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't. Okay, now I don't know why the crowd is cheering Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah.
And boo Liv Morgan.
Yeah, I didn't
but
get that.
Isn't Tiffany meant to be like the
yeah?
And Liv has done nothing to warrant a negative reaction. Not to. Okay, Liv has probably done not much to elicit a positive reaction either, right?
Yeah.
At this point, but it's just one of those things where like, okay, you're booing the person who, okay.
Yeah, I'm not the hugest Liv fan or anything, but I was kind of confused. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will
Has
say,
she done something? Is it some weird like Bizarro world thing? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, they are on the opposite side of the earth, right?
Yeah, so that could be part of it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think this was a bad match overall as well. I felt unsafe for Tiffany Stratton because I think she done a senton dive.
Yeah.
And the ladies were catching her, but it looked like her shoulder area like landed on someone else's knee as they were coming down. I was like, oh, that's not nice.
I didn't even clock that.
Yeah, well, yeah, maybe she didn't, but it was just like, oof, if she did take it, that's not not nice.
Yeah.
There was the disarmer where Becky Lynch was using the cage to wrench Tiffany Stratton's arm.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Well, that's quite creative. Yeah.
Yeah. I think actually, you know what? I don't know who they were trying to showcase here, but I thought Tiffany Stratton had a good showing.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, I was quite surprised because she's just come up to the main roster and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, they're making her look good. Okay, for now. All right.
Mm-hmm. Oh, shit. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to mention Bianca Belair was also in this match. I don't even know why I forgot to mention her.
The second person who was tipped to win.
Yes. And I just wonder what happened to Jade Cargill because I just assumed she was going to be in this for some reason that she wasn't.
Nah,
I thought go on.
I knew she wouldn't be in it because think about it, you can't if she goes into it, she has to lose, and that's not really the best thing you want. For
but then you could build to her and Bianca Belair going for having their match at WrestleMania.
But you don't need the Elimination Chamber for that. Literally, you could just have her come out tomorrow. Raw.
Well,
say,
but here's the thing.
Let's
Let's just say Jade Cargill gets the Goldberg push, right? When she's just mauling everyone in the ring, and then she's pinning people left, right, and center, and then she gets into like a brawl or whatever with some of the other people. I mean, look, you make her look strong, and then she could take the defeat,
Not in her first match.
But I guess, like you're saying, depending on how they want to build that, I mean,
Because in her, you can't really do that in her first match. Like she does all that and then gets pinned. You're like, oh, what was the kind of point of that whole?
I mean, even when Goldberg did it, he took a sledgehammer to knock him out, right?
Yeah, but Goldberg had been in the company for like however long at that point. But not like like in WCW. I don't bother to count his WWE run.
No, I meant, but in his WWE run, he was in the Elimination Chamber. He eliminated 4 people.
But that wasn't his first match.
Yeah, no, exactly. Oh, yeah. All right. But yes. Yes. Predictability here. Becky Lynch won.
Yeah.
Which was fine because you kind of what do you really expect?
Yeah. What was going to come next?
Yeah.
But it was a good match. I liked the finish. I liked the finish. How Bianca kind of got like rolled up surprisingly, and then literally straight after Liv got manhandle slammed and pinned. I was like, okay, I like that.
Yeah, I'll tell you what's funny about. I mean, there was a bit where Bianca was, I think, going to give Becky the Cody, and Becky kind of she rolled out of it.
Yeah,
that's the first part of that, and then I think Liv rolled up Bianca. Well, okay, I thought, was Becky meant, she stumbled, right? So I assume, was she meant to sit in the court, like, stumble her landing and just go down for a little bit, so then Liv got the surprise pin.
Yeah.
But she looked like she was just out of camera view, but she was just like, all right, I'm going to watch them get the pin, and then I'm just going to rock bottom her afterwards.
Yeah.
Which, it was like, okay, nobody's going to try to break that pin, yeah.
But why would she break the pin?
It is true.
It's not like it's a tag team match where breaking the pin helps you. Like, in anything, he lives health in or out. It's like, that's one less person I need to worry about.
Yeah. So when Liv Morgan eliminated Tiffany Stratton, the crowd was not happy with that. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Like, I was like, okay, I'm confused, but all right.
Yeah. I'm like, but like, why? Not why, but it's like, is it a presentation of Tiffany Stratton? Why were you guys cheering her? Like, it's different, by the way, if they're cheering Alexa Bliss, because you can, the character's one thing, but the person behind the character, you're like, yeah. Is actually likable, right? Yeah. And it's a complete switch from that. You're like, all right, I congratulate you for your on-screen persona ability.
Yeah.
You know?
Just, I don't know. Unless Australia is Tiffy Town, I don't know.
Yeah. But but that's a fun watch.
Yeah, it's a good watch. Yeah, Tiffany Stratton did very well in that match. Yeah.
I will say it's more. The winner is likely Becky, very likely Becky Lynch. If not, maybe Bianca Belair.
Yeah, one or two. No one else. I had no one else came to my mind as like to third place. So like they all were intertwined as one for third. You know, like
yes, exactly. Unless you want to say Tiffany Stratton might have a little edge of everyone else, right? But at this point, probably not either.
No, because like if anything, I'll say you put Naomi slightly above above Tiffany, because you know she came back and she was like former It Band champion and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So she kind of has a more of a higher in a pecking order, but still, there was all distant third. You know, like
yeah.
But overall good match. Becky versus Rhea at WrestleMania. Rhea's going over. Yeah.
Oh, you reckon?
Yeah, man.
She's held that title for quite a bit though, so
yeah. But like, does Becky need it?
No, but then again, if you're going to take the title off Rhea, I suppose Becky's a fine choice.
I don't know.
Okay, we'll see how that is. We'll see how that is. Yeah.
The only reason I say that because like she beat Charlotte for that title, and Becky's on the same level as Charlotte, so you kind of need Rhea to cement her dominance by beating.
You think right? But that, at least you can say that's a 50-50 of who's going to win.
Yeah, well, I say 75-20.
Becky's got better than a 0% chance.
Yeah, she's got better than a 0% chance. But it's like, all right, cool, Becky wins the title. What does Becky do after that? You know?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. Next match, tag match. Damian Priest and Finn Balor, Judgment Day, with Dominic Mysterio.
Yep.
Versus the New Catch Republic, which is Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate.
Yes.
For the undisputed WWE Tag Team titles.
Yes.
I thought first of all, when they were doing the announcing, and the microphone was on, and then when Dominic took the mic, all of a sudden they dialed down the volume for some reason, and it was notable.
Yep.
Even the crowd was booing him, but it was just like he couldn't even speak over them. Usually, they try to speak over the boos, or like at least if they attempt to, because the way he was doing it is, even if he was speaking and he got booed top, he'd probably just stop.
Yeah. To
let sell the booze and stuff like that, but he just tried to talk over them, and clearly his mic was just not having it.
Yeah, like I was wondering, like I believe the reaction to him was legit, but I do think they turned down the volume a bit on his mic, so it makes the boo sound louder. Yeah, I don't think it was piped in boos or anything. I just think they.
No. But that's the way. Okay. Now I believe like you. Except that the problem is, once they turn this mic down, it does make it sound like they're piping in boos.
Yeah.
But I think he's getting a genuine reaction. Hey, look, how can you hate on Dom? Dirty Dom.
Yeah,
Great.
it's just the it's one of those weird things like when you do like the person, but yeah, it's the whole you suck situation. Like it's
Yeah,
just
with
a
Kurt
part of the
Angle.
character. Yeah,
Or like the corporate champion, yeah?
yeah. I just think
Okay.
it's just that.
I thought this was a quite a fun match actually.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
It was entertaining. Got the like I think Dominic got the reaction. He got the. I did not think that Newcastle Republic going to win at any point.
No.
Well, except for the one time that Finn Balor towards the end took a what's it called?
What the Birmingham?
No. The what's that one?
The double title driver.
No, the other one. The pump handle face plant move that he does.
Oh, bitter end.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah. No,
And
even
Dominic.
I thought from then he's not hitting that because I thought if they're gonna win, it's gonna be a double team move. It's not gonna be a single person move, especially if they've established they have two like double team finishers.
And I think Dom was. I don't know if usually you put the rope, put your foot on the rope for the rope break, right?
Mm.
But I think Finn's leg wasn't long enough, so he pulled it outside, just under the rope, which is fine because usually that counts anyways. You just traditionally people put their foot on over the rope to break the bounds.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I was like, okay, right, and then there was what was that move? They were trying to do something. Oh, did they flip Damien? Was it a Hurricane Rana? I can't remember. It was one of the moves where they tried to throw Damien Priest. Damien Priest had one of them in a Razor's Edge.
Yeah.
And I think the other guy turned into a Hurricane Rana or something like that.
Mm.
And then Damien Priest was meant to stumble into Finn Balor, who was on the top rope.
Yeah.
And Damien Priest did not stumble into him.
No, he fell down, kind of got up, and then walked into Finn Balor's head.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was quite funny.
I was like, oh no, because this, it was one of the things, like, in the moment, when you're doing it, you're like, oh, I got to quickly correct it. But then people can tell watching it, it only takes a fraction of the second to realize something went off.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, how could they have saved it?
I don't think you could. I don't know.
No,
but
I think
how do you?
The thing is, like Finn watching it, right? I suppose because he was standing there on the top rope waiting for it to happen.
Yeah.
And if in wrestling, where you sell the reaction of stuff before it happens.
Yeah.
So as Priest is stumbling towards him, if Finn put his hand out, going no, and then Damien Priest still fell into him, you'd be like, all right. But Finn just kind of waited there because he knew. I knew his spot, but I don't think he was like. He was in his head. It's like you can't react that fast to think. Okay, what do I do?
Yeah. Because I think Finn. I was trying to think. I think Finn was looking down, so I don't think he could. But yeah, it is. I don't know how you sort of recover from that. If I'm honest.
Yeah.
Bit weird.
But they did the double burning hammer on Priest.
Yep. Which was
which he kicked out of, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't think that should have happened. I think someone should have interfered in that. But
yeah, that's one where someone should have interfered. But they got to make Priest look strong as he's got to cash in that Money in the Bank briefcase at some point.
Oh, okay. First of all, we'll come. There was a nice bit where they went to Priest went to double chokeslam Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate.
Yeah.
And Tyler Bate flipped out of him. Pete Dunne cartwheeled out of it or something like that. Yeah. Later on, he did a double choke slam.
Yeah.
And then Balor, did a double foot stomp on Pete Dunne and pinned him.
Yeah.
So Judgment Day win. But you were saying that you believe, right? This is what you believe.
Yep.
Damian Priest will cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase on who?
Whoever has the World Heavyweight title.
Yeah. So, okay, this is my logic, right? Do we get to the men's chamber first and then say this?
Yeah, we wait to the main chamber. Yeah.
Okay, we'll get to the men's chamber first and then we'll outline what the prediction from your logic, which I think would be a good turn. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So, anyways, so then we go to the Gayson Waller Effect show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And which then Cody does talk about what the conversation he had with The Rock was before he decided to change his mind back. And I was like, oh, I thought they were just going to sweep this under the carpet and never bring it up ever again.
Yeah.
Because that's how they are sometimes.
Yeah.
But no, they actually, this is not what we discussed when The Rock was talking to me. Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
That's all people wanted to hear,
Yeah.
They didn't want to be like, there's no continuity here just because they decided that they didn't want it to happen.
Yeah. It's that they backtrack for a good reason. Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you want to cut your promo on The Rock first here at this point because it's relevant to this talk show?
The Rock. Again, I like The Rock. I'm saying I like him, but I'm glad that he is not in this main event of WrestleMania, as we know so far, and hopefully it stays that way, because I don't need to see a 52-year-old man beat his 38-year-old younger cousin who has been wrestling for the last 10 years, and Rock hasn't wrestled since 2013.
Which they also, by the way, point out that the Roman Reigns and The Rock's schedules are roughly the same, right? Because of how much they don't wrestle. I was at the press conference, by the way.
Yeah, even that's kind of...
I mean, it's an exaggeration, of course.
Yeah, well, Roman at least wrestles like 6 times a year. But anyway, So
okay, before all of this, and this is why we decided to do Elimination Chamber, because as Cody won the Rumble.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. This is the time of events. Rock cut a promo about being the head of the something about head of the table at the end.
Yeah.
Right?
Before
Cody
I think this was a week before. No, wait, this was at the beginning of January. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then Cody won the Rumble.
Yep.
And then he was supposed to make his decision on who he was going to wrestle.
Yeah.
And then Seth Rollins was saying, "Why didn't you wrestle me? Why didn't you choose me?" Right?
Yeah.
Because we all knew that he wasn't going to choose Seth Rollins. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's because CM Punk was injured, and they were kind of trying to put a bit of spice on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then on SmackDown, Cody decided he wasn't going to wrestle Roman Reigns, and because he wanted to take everything. He could only take the title from Roman Reigns, but The Rock could take everything from Roman Reigns. And then, he walked off a bit kind of sudden because it was like, what is this? What's going on here, right?
Yeah.
And you were saying to me, you think Rock used his executive power to push himself in the main event, right?
Yeah, I do.
And then The Rock started calling people the Cody crybabies.
Yep.
Join a Pat McAfee radio podcast.
Yeah.
So, and then the WrestleMania press conference was on the Thursday. So, and that's when Rock was patting the back of Roman Reigns like, oh yeah, we're cousins, we're going to be the biggest main event, blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
WrestleMania ever. And then Cody was like, this is, well, he actually said the actual words, but this is BS.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he's like, what is going on? You can't tell me what the main event is going to be. I won the Rumble. I can choose.
Yeah.
Who am I supposed to wrestle? Even though he gave it up for The Rock, right?
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
And then The Rock was like, then he said, so Roman was running down Seth's World Heavyweight title, which I don't think he should be doing, by the way, because it just makes no sense to make a second someone else's title look bad.
It does make sense, but
yeah, even as a heel, I just don't think
it does, because if there's 2 more titles, obviously you're gonna sell your title more than the other one. Not say, yeah, your title is equal as mine. That means we're equal.
No, but you can run down the person holding the title without running down the title itself.
No, and I don't know. That just doesn't. If you're running down that person, you're gonna run down everything about that person, even if it's their title. It's not like. I think you're trash.
Okay, but that I think at that point it doesn't. Who does it help? Other than yourself. But that means you've made yourself look good at the expense of everyone else.
Yeah, but
it's
then
a bit of an awkward.
That's on everyone else to make that title be bigger than it is. There's nothing to do with.
I don't think that they. I think the promo should be treated in a certain like.
I don't know. That's when it gets a bit just. everyone obviously knows. I don't like.
Yeah.
The Universal title is higher because of Roman, and plus it's got the other title folded into it. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Seth's title's not even a year old, so you can kind of at this point crap on it, and then it gives. It's the company's duty after that to make that title bigger.
It's different, by the way. If Roman Reigns was saying, "Look, your title's barely a year old. Mine has lineage from whatever, right?"
Yeah.
But it's different to say your title is second rate and you're second rate for holding it. You know?
No, it makes sense.
Yeah. Well,
to me, it makes sense.
Yeah, we could disagree on that bit.
Yeah,
right, bit. But then then Roman went after Cody's dad.
Yeah.
And then Cody's like, your ancestors would be ashamed of you.
Yeah.
And then Rock was like, you talk about his ancestors, you talk about my ancestors. You talk about him, you talk about me. So, bitch slap, right?
Yeah.
Which, as far as heel logic goes, right?
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Even
though he wasn't the one getting anything directed at him. It's just like, well, yeah, but you don't expect to talk that way to my family, you know?
Yeah, even though you spoke that way about his family first.
Yes, exactly. You ignore the stuff that doesn't suit your perspective when you're heel.
Which is hilarious. Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah, and then that's when the Rock came back as essentially corporate bloodline Rock.
Yeah.
And yeah, with his $1,000 shirt, and he just went full on. Back in the late '90s, it was like, yep, this is exactly the Black Adam Rock we should have got when he was Black Adam.
Yep.
Right. Because he should have just embraced all that stuff.
Yep. Rather than I'm gonna panda. Yay.
Yeah. So, and you were saying you didn't want to obviously see Roman versus Rock because of particular reasons and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then you didn't understand what they were doing and stuff like that. Yeah. I was like, okay. From what I was reading.
Yeah.
This is you can tell me at what point you disagree with what they were trying to do. But
yeah, okay.
What they were going to do is, so supposedly they already told Cody after Cody was going to win the Rumble, and they already told him just before that that he was not going to verse Roman at WrestleMania. So when he was pointing at Roman, and then there was the bait and switch later on, he wasn't being a chump.
Okay.
He was told, that you get to fight Roman later on.
Yeah.
Okay. So then they wanted to insert The Rock in by injuring Cody. So you can be in that match. However, when CM Punk got injured, they were like, okay, let's put Cody in the Seth Rollins match instead. But Seth also got injured, right?
Yeah.
And then it was like, okay, so now what? Right? Because we can't injure Cody as well. And then they were like, all the negative reactions, and they were like, you know what? Let's just make a sharp turn on all of this, which is good on them for reading the room.
But the Seth Rollins bit, I kind of don't buy because he was injured before the Rumble.
Oh no, that's what I meant. Sorry, I put the timeline slightly wrong, but I meant he was injured before.
Yeah. But like, I personally think, like, I thought the way they sort of going was, it would be. For the world title, Seth's one, it would be Seth, Drew, and Punk.
Oh, you thought it was going to be a triple threat?
Yeah, because I thought with one of those titles, they're going to do a triple threat match.
Okay.
Because they tend to do that at, like, the big ones. Like 40,
yeah, well, that would have been like, so if Punk was healthy, Punk would, we would have just assumed CM Punk would win the Elimination Chamber, right?
I don't know. I think he would have won, and then somehow Drew would have got himself somehow inserted.
Yeah. Well,
Punk
even if he wasn't,
and whatever. Yeah.
I mean, like, even if he didn't, he'd be the first threat to CM Punk's title reign because they would assume, unless you had a different prediction there, but we'll go to that later on because, yeah. So The Rock actually cut a promo saying, "Let The Rock know." Let The Rock know if Cody Rhodes or Seth Rollins talk trash about The Rock because The Rock will fly all the way down to Perth, Australia to smack their,
candy
faces and stuff like that. Yeah. Obviously, he was making it look like he was going to be there, right?
Yeah.
But he wasn't because he's heel Rock.
No.
He's not going to be there.
No.
But yes, I think this segment, as much as they didn't wrestle in it, and it took up wrestling time, for example, right?
Mm.
It did clear up certain things about the storyline.
Yeah.
And then Seth Rollins saying that he would actually be cleared for WrestleMania, which is good, yeah?
Yeah, which is good, yeah.
There was other ways to get the title off him, right? But at least he can do something.
Yeah.
And if he can't do something, we got our boy Damian Priest with his Senior Money in the Bank contract to help clean things up.
Yeah. But yeah, the segment was alright. It was good. I did like how Waller and Austin Theory were kind of like, yeah, we acknowledge the tribal chief, you know, he's our hero sort of thing. I did like that, how they kind of pandered to that. Yeah.
And then Cody decided to challenge The Rock one-on-one at any time, any place, anywhere.
Yep.
So we'll have to see how that works.
Yeah, because it's going to happen, right?
Well, yeah, but then The Rock, The Rock, if he wrestles at WrestleMania, fine, right? Because they can probably afford him. But would he wrestle at SummerSlam? He'll get a big payday at WrestleMania. Will he get enough of a payday to be at SummerSlam?
Well, now that he's like
on the board, right?
Yeah. And they gave him 30 mil and then rights back to name The Rock. Yeah, I reckon. Yeah.
Yeah, but then if he wrestles Cody at WrestleMania, at SummerSlam, will he lose Cody?
That's what I don't know.
Unless of course the Bloodline try to interfere, and then what happens is they cause problems with him, and then he can then have a problem with Roman later on. You know, you lead the storyline that way.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah. Okay. So men's Elimination Chamber: Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, Bobby Lashley, LA Knight, Kevin Owens, and Logan Paul.
Yes.
Yeah. I enjoyed this match. All I could think of though was Randy Orton took a back bump on the metal or something like that.
Yeah.
And then from then on, he was just holding his back.
Yeah. So I don't know
if he legit injured or
because I was kind of thinking the same. I was like, that's
because sometimes he was doing stuff which wasn't impacting on his back, but he still clutched his back afterwards.
Yeah. That's when I kind of thought maybe he is legit hurt.
Yeah.
Because
that's what Michael Cole said as well.
Yeah.
He was like, Randy Orton is seriously injured, guys. So I don't know if they had to readjust some things that they had all segments for, but they could not do.
Yeah.
Or should I think there was someone. I think it might have been Drew attacking everyone, but then he just made sure not to attack Randy.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, we'll find out soon. But that was a bit questionable because then he was still doing stuff, and then I was like, oh, okay, maybe he's not.
Yeah, he was in the fight, like the latter end of the match. He's not as if he could stop doing anything.
Yeah, which is strange.
Yeah. But I enjoyed the tag match. The Elimination Chamber.
Yeah,
match.
Same here. Logan Paul, he keeps getting better and better. It's just his character is like, this guy gets it, even though he knows his character in and in. He's just a douche. And it's like, yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
And Kevin Owens, he's great.
Oh, actually, we forgot to mention.
Yes.
Way back in the Judgment Day match.
Yes.
Now, did your feed disappeared? Yeah. Did you? You didn't watch it. I watched it maybe as it was going live.
Yeah.
So I was maybe an hour behind or something like that.
Yeah.
And they blacked out. Yeah. So something went wrong with the feed. It looked like, right? It blacked out, and I was like, but you could hear sound.
Yeah.
And there was the crowd obviously crapping over Dominic Mysterio. Yeah.
Yeah.
On the replay version, did they leave it in?
No, it went black out. It went black for a minute, and then...
No. I think they leave the black. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I heard about it later, so I went to watch it, and I was like, "Oh, this is what they're talking about." Yeah, literally, where apparently the whole front row was like flipping them off. Yeah. Was it blacked out for a while, or I think it was a good solid 20 seconds or something? Yeah,
like
something like that. Yeah.
I thought, okay, so you remember this Royal Rumble ages ago where Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns were having that last man standing match.
Yeah.
And they fumbled the key off the referee.
Yeah.
And then you said you watched the replay version.
Yeah, and they cut
just to check. Yeah. And they edited. Yeah. I thought they might have. Usually when these things happen, by the way, they go to crowd shots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I thought
I guess for that, maybe they couldn't go to the crowd because maybe the whole crowd was just
too much of the crowd was
Yeah, like it's just fade to black for a minute. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, forgot about that. It was hilarious. Oh.
Yeah. So So the men's elimination chamber. Yeah, like you say, Logan Paul. Logan Paul knows how to sell as a heel, right?
Yes.
He knows his role. He accepts what he's supposed to be doing. Strange enough, he gets to look good.
Yeah.
I don't want to say even at the expense of the Miz, who he beat to get the the thing in the chamber, but yeah, like they're paying him big money, and he's probably drawing enough.
Yeah, exactly.
People, and they put him enough high profile where he has credibility, even though for a non-wrestler,
yeah,
you might question it. At the same time, you're like, well, he's showing the capability.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, you like, he's one of the ones you can't really question it because it's not like he's not doing good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know how well he has a face. That's a different matter, right?
He can never be a face unless he changes his public perception. No, he can never be a face.
But he's a good heel, and he can do the work.
Yeah,
which is good for him.
Yeah.
Yes. Would okay, but we have to say as much as entertaining as this chamber was,
yeah,
I would say the winner was never in doubt.
No, of course it's obvious.
Yeah, it's just how you're going to set up the. Okay, at this point, I'm wondering. Logan Paul's got the US title, so how are they going to build the feud that goes in that direction?
Oh, it's going to be Logan Paul and Randy Orton at Wrestlemania.
Yeah, you don't think Kevin Owens is going to be involved there somewhere?
Oh no, only saying that because of the end when Logan Paul hit Randy Orton with the knuckle dusters, didn't he? And
yeah. So actually, just before that, LA Knight got eliminated because AJ Styles came in there.
Yeah.
No, okay, Lashley got eliminated. Okay. And then AJ Styles must have, because we don't see, he just appears in the ring like magic.
Yeah.
With a chair to beat up LA Knight.
Yeah.
And then he's walking away. Then he's like, you know what? Now let me give LA Knight a clash on a chair.
Yeah.
Styles clash, and then Drew McIntyre pins him, right?
Yeah.
So we're looking at AJ Styles versus LA Knight at WrestleMania.
Yeah, it looks that way. Yeah.
Right. Okay. I know. I said before. I just assumed LA Knight was going to be the one to defeat Logan Paul for the US title, but that they look like.
That's what I thought, but
I think they're trying to get LA Knight more over first.
Yeah.
To establish him at a certain level, because AJ's part-time now.
Yeah.
So helping people get over is fine.
Yeah.
They need to have a good showing.
But I'm thinking, because
yeah,
because I reckon he might beat Randy Orton. I don't think Randy Orton will beat Logan for the.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Because Kevin Owens was having a feud with Logan Paul for the US title.
Yeah.
So maybe they'll do a triple threat.
Could be, or they might do like a fatal four-way or something. Yeah. Yeah,
because Kevin Owens got eliminated by Randy Orton.
Yeah. Ooh. Unless they might do, and I'm quite worried if they do this for Randy. Yeah. They might do like a 5-man or 6-man something ladder match for the US title.
Yes.
Yeah. Get more people on the card. Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. I want to say it makes sense, but who? Okay, so if they're going to do that, that'd be Logan Paul.
Yep.
LA Knight. Yep. AJ Styles. Yep. Randy Orton. Kevin Owens.
Yep.
You stick at 5, or you're going to put 6 in there?
I'm trying to think who the 6th one would be.
Oh, you know what? No doubt. I tell you what. Omos.
Yeah, actually, I don't know.
Not to say that I'm wanting him to be there, by the way. Yeah. I'm just saying they're probably going to have a giant in there to wreck everybody.
Yeah.
To do certain spots with.
But I think they might.
It'll be that thing, by the way. It'll be that thing like they do at some of the WrestleManias where everyone dives off the top rope, and you get the big giant to go on the top rope. Everyone's just like, nah.
Yeah, nah, I'm not catching you. Are you dumb?
Yeah.
I think, either him or they might just put Omos in the Andre Giant Battle Royal again, and he'll actually not again because he faced Brock last year at WrestleMania, didn't he?
Oh yeah. I thought Omos won one of those before.
I think he did.
Yeah.
But no one remembers anyway, so.
yeah. Well, they've got 2 nights to push things over.
Yeah.
So it's like, I want to say as far as we're pitching ideas,
Yeah.
The WrestleMania looks kind of stacked if they are going to go that way.
Yeah,
right?
it doesn't it? Yeah.
Who knows if they actually will? But anyways, like you said, right? Logan Paul got eliminated by Randy Orton.
Yeah.
RKO. Right.
Yep.
Logan Paul tried to put the brass knucks, of course, but that's
that RKO was awesome though.
Yeah, the thing is as well, he'll just out camera view.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was an RKO out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And then, like you're saying, Logan Paul for some reason was still in the ring.
Yeah.
Well, I want to say selling, right?
Yeah.
Not in the ring, but he was outside of the chamber area, right?
Yeah.
And then I think Randy Orton got pushed off by Drew McIntyre, and Logan Paul came out of nowhere and punched Randy Orton in the face, and Randy sold it pretty well. Randy went and crumpled, is the best way I could put it. It's like how he sells them super kicks.
Yeah.
And then Drew, I was like, okay, is Drew even going to try to do a Claymore? Nah, if he's meant to be down and out and dead, finished, right?
Yeah.
Then you don't need to hit him with your finisher.
No.
It's not as if, by the way, Drew was like standing over Randy and just planted the foot on his chest or something. Like, he was like, no, he was down as well. So it's just like, I'm just going to call for the pin. Fair enough.
Like, yeah, might as well.
But yes, that's it. It was leading to where they're going with the US title, because Logan Paul's just making enemies everywhere.
Yeah. And I reckon if it is a mortal man or whatever, either way, I reckon he's gonna retain. Or if he loses it, it's not gonna be by pin. It'll be actually no. If it's a ladder match, I reckon that's how he'll lose it.
Yeah. Well, look, they've got good options for that. As far as Gunther's title goes, that's more like a one-on-one. Yeah. I want to say multi-man, but not a wild kind of over-the-top Spotfest style match.
No.
More match psychology based.
Yeah.
This you can get all these people at a certain level to do all sorts of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And Logan Paul's athletic enough to do all of that.
Yeah.
Whether he wants to do some crazy dives that land on a ladder or something like that, that's different, right?
Yeah, well different. Yeah.
But yes, this match set in motion certain other things that you're like we're interested in. Now you were saying about Drew McIntyre, yeah?
Yeah.
You were saying about Seth gonna lose the title.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you think Drew McIntyre is gonna pin Seth, right?
Yeah.
But do you think that then he'll get immediately cashed in on by Damian Priest?
Yep.
Yeah, only because we want Drew McIntyre to have some continued meltdowns, right?
Because it makes sense. Because Drew's all heel turn is logical. It makes sense, right? Yeah. And obviously, when he won his first title, it was in front of no one. So it'd be cool, like to make his story even worse, for him to win the title again, turn into a douche, like oh, so everything I did led to this moment. Okay, I can live with that, and then to immediately get cashed in on afterwards. Yeah. It will send him into the depths of insanity.
Yeah. Especially when he was like, when CM Punk got injured, I prayed for it, and it happened. And then all he's doing is just blazing CM Punk, right?
Yeah.
So, this is not my suggestion, I read it somewhere, but they're like, why doesn't CM Punk be the special guest referee for that match? Right?
Yeah.
So then when Drew wins, of course, Punk has to count, yeah? But when Damian Priest cashes in, Punk also has to count that.
Yeah.
And that would be like, Drew McIntyre probably give CM Punk a Claymore on the way out or something like that.
Yeah, it will build more to their feud when CM Punk comes back. Yeah,
exactly. It makes the most logical sense. It's like, oh,
I can't wait.
Because CM Punk obviously wouldn't want to count Drew McIntyre's pin, but he has to. However, he'll gladly count the next pin.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Then you can say, then he can always say, Punk, you screwed me over, which technically is kind of true.
Yeah. But even though it's the rules of the match, Yeah. I like how Drew is, right. It's logical heel. It's not okay. So Rock's heel logic is just like, I don't want to say plain insanity. Okay. When you're saying, so Cody, oh, you want to finish your story? You want to finish your story. Well, men take their losses, and they rebuild themselves back up from it. They didn't just complain and mouth off and then say, I need to get my rematch, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to finish my story, even though he quietly does not acknowledge that Cody won the Royal Rumble in any of that.
Yeah.
So Cody's choice was doing that.
Yeah.
Whereas Drew's logic is like, yeah, look, this is what makes the most sense.
Yeah, exactly.
This is what's happening to me, right?
Yeah.
This is why I'm in this direction. And all of you people, right? Well, I say all of you people. He's not talking to the crowd. He's just talking to, like, you know, when Jinder Mahal was getting a title shot over him and stuff like that. It's like, why? You know?
Yeah. It'll make sense. Need to do it. Do it.
Okay, so, but you think that's on night 2, by the way?
Yeah, I think that's night 2. Yeah.
Do you think all the title, both of the title matches would be on night 2?
No. I reckon you have to have one on one night, one on the other. Kind of like.
So wait. Do you reckon Cody, the Cody versus Roman is going to be on night 1? Night 2.
Night 2. Yeah, it has to be. Yeah.
Okay, and then you reckon Drew and Seth Rollins being night 1?
Yeah.
Okay, you don't think they're going to do a tag match? Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes versus
unless
Rock
they do
Roman.
that, then
Rock and Roman. Sorry.
Then both world title matches, both main title matches would be on night 2. If they didn't do it, then I reckon one night will be on one night, one will be on the other.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that looks like it might be the way they're heading, except that, like you said, that means these guys are main eventing both nights essentially.
Yeah.
But you know, we'll see.
Yeah, because that tag team match would have to be main event, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless it goes to a non-finish, in which case you do put it in the middle of the card, because then they point in ending a WrestleMania in a non-finish, main event in a non-finish.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. So if it is in the middle of the card, not like who would be the main event, but at the same time, it should be like, if it is in the main card, we can deduce no one's getting a pin, and this is going to get all thrown out.
Yeah. It's going to end in like a mega brawl where everyone comes out, including spouses and stuff. Yeah. Which would be cool, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Spouses and kids, right? So then we see The Rock's daughter come in and make an appearance.
Yeah. Who is getting a bad rap for no reason, but yeah.
Yeah. Just because that's I don't get why she was getting threatened.
Yeah.
And not to say you shouldn't even be threatening The Rock over this, yeah?
Yeah.
But really, she's got
nothing.
Yeah.
Legit, just nothing to do with this whatsoever.
Exactly.
The only connection she has to this is she's The Rock's daughter. Besides that, nothing to do with, even nothing to do with the story or anything. Yeah.
Unless, of course, like you say, she does get involved, and then that's different.
That's different, yeah. But I don't know. The internet be weird. Yeah.
So main event time. Nia Jax versus Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah.
And Rhea Ripley's champion.
Yep. Also, before we go on, this was a main event by 2 Australians, technically.
Technically, how do you mean?
Because apparently, I don't know how true this is, Nia Jax was actually born in Australia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so people like saying, this is the first all Australian main event. I was like, okay. I guess, even I'm pretty sure Nia Jax probably has like American like citizenship, but alright, sure, okay.
Yeah, American Samoan, right?
Yeah.
Wherever.
Sure. Yeah, I guess. All right.
It was a fine match.
Yeah. It's kind of obvious who was going to win. But,
sorry, go on.
It was kind of obvious who was going to win, but
yeah. And I don't like Nia Jax can do what Nia Jax can do. Yeah. I'm gonna put it that way. Yeah. But she can't do what Rhea Ripley can do.
Yeah. Even though there was a kind of a botch in the beginning. Yeah. And then they tried to do it later on, and it kind of worked. Like, okay, fair enough.
Well, I think they were meant to do. Okay, fair, like you said, it was the bit where she gripped Nia Jax's wrist and went to do the Hurricane Rana. Yeah.
Yep.
And on the first time around, it wasn't really a botch, but it didn't look good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they got to what they were trying to do, but it wasn't smooth.
Yeah.
Second time they did it, where Nia Jax, I don't know if she was meant to powerbomb Rhea Ripley or swing her into because the way she was coming down is just like, she could have just swung her out of the ring as well. Maybe, but she did transition to powerbomb and she lifted her twice, so it was like, okay, maybe this is where they were trying to go.
Yeah.
But I don't think they mucked it up the first time to repeat for the second time. I think they did it the first time, so they call back to it the second time and do the counter.
Could be, yeah. That makes more sense if you're right. I mean, to be honest, yeah, that makes more sense. Because I reckon if it was a botch, why would you try again later?
Yeah.
You literally like you get some people will try to move it literally straight afterwards.
yeah. Either that, or they just go straight past it.
Yeah.
Unless it was a key move for the match.
Yeah.
They wouldn't just like, for example, the Hurricane Rana was meant. Nia Jax was supposed to take a bad bump on her arm on it, and then you can work the arm into her match. Then you kind of have to repeat it.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah. Or I'm just saying, if it's a body part specific thing to as part of your match, yes.
Yeah.
But they took it was repeated in the match a bit later on.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like, okay, we botched this, let's do it again.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I will say as well, when Rhea Ripley got dropped under the table, the monitors weren't flat or removed, even though the table desk bit was, and I was like, oof,
Yeah, that's a bit. Ooh.
Yeah.
A bit mean.
Yeah. It didn't look nice at all. And I don't know how much was Rhea selling, right? But she also took a splash for it. Okay.
Yeah.
And then Nia Jax gave it a bonsai drop, which I don't know sometimes, right? How safe these bonsai drops are, because when you've got your feet planted and you're sitting down, fine, right? But sometimes Nia Jax's feet look like when she takes a landing, they kind of slide.
Yeah.
So it's just like, literally, you are sitting on someone? I don't know. Rhea kicked out of it, but I'm like, wait a minute. Because it's not an awkward kick out, but how do you kick out of a... You can't do just a small shoulder kick out for a move like that. You've got to literally hoof that person off you.
Yeah.
And I think she went to do a kick out, like a shoulder kick out, but then it's like, she forgot that she has to do a kick from the legs, push off Nia Jax's ass up.
Yeah.
Kick out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she got her. She had her fire and a comeback spot. Right?
Yeah.
And then she gave Nia Jax Riptide for the pin. But I was like, oh, I think her comeback. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention she did a top superplex, right, on Nia Jax.
Yep.
That was part of her comeback, but I think her comeback should have lasted a bit, like had a couple of more power moves within it. I want to say power moves, not as if she can lift Nia Jax or something, but like, a stiff discus clothesline or something like that, just to be like, I'm going to hit my 5 moves of doom.
Yeah.
And then do my finish,
Maybe.
Yeah, I just think she kind of got her comeback and hit a few moves and then got the pin rather than bam, 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 bam to build. To be fair, like I was saying, it's not as if she could powerbomb Nia Jax or do some other stuff that she usually would do.
Yeah.
On someone that was smaller in size. But yeah, a fine main event.
Yeah. I like the
not
crowd
amazing, but
reaction
not
to it.
alright. But kind of, actually, to be fair, is what I expect with a Nia Jax match.
Yeah. Like, I personally, I like Nia Jax and her matches. Well, at least since she's come back anyway.
Yeah.
I think she just plays into being the uber douchey heel and like throwing people about and stuff. I like it. Like her in the Rumble. I liked her in the Rumble. She's just...
I think she... sorry. Yeah,
no, like her in Rumble and like her trash talk and stuff. I love it. I think
she needs to add some bigger moves to her repertoire.
Yeah.
I want to say she should add the pounce, but then Willow Nightingale's already got that.
Yeah.
So,
I would say she should do the Rikishi driver, but they don't really let you do moves like that anymore. So.
No. Oh, I don't know if I'd take one from Nia Jax either.
That'd be easy.
To be fair.
Just on your shoulder and then you're literally landing her thighs. You're fine. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I didn't mean she should add more. She should add like more power bombs and stuff into her repertoire.
Yeah.
Because when she did those 2 power bombs, like, oh wow, they're pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But yes, I it was clear. She was just a stopgap.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay, so as far as what we are predicting from WrestleMania,
yes,
right? We are saying Cody's going to win the title off Roman.
Yep.
We are saying Seth will lose to Drew McIntyre, but Drew McIntyre will then immediately lose to Damian Priest.
Yes.
Okay. Whether it's not going to happen, whether or not it's going to happen.
No.
Do we think there's going to be at least a 5-way for that US title, and you're thinking Logan Paul will walk out of it?
Yes.
With the title.
Oh no, if it's a 5-way, and I don't think he will. If it's a straight one-on-one match, I reckon he'll walk out the title.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you have no prediction on, by the way, who you would think would win the 5-way if it was a 5-way?
No.
Okay.
Maybe Kevin Owens.
All right.
Because it kind of logically makes sense.
If it's a triple threat, if it's a triple threat match for the US title, we're going to say Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, and Logan Paul, right?
Yeah.
Then Logan Paul could win it, or Randy Orton could win it, right?
Yeah.
If we also take the other end of that equation and have LA Knight versus AJ Styles in the singles match, we're saying LA Knight will probably likely beat AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Okay. I get with that. We're Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch. You're saying Rhea Ripley, right?
Rhea Ripley goes over. Yeah.
Okay, I'm saying it could be a 50-50 to some degree, right? But we'll see how that is, right?
We'll see how that goes.
Becky will probably beat Bayley. Will probably beat Io Sky.
I don't think she will.
Yeah, go on, give me.
I reckon this is if she wins, she's gonna realize that Dakota Kai is actually not on her side and was part of damage control, and she kind of clocks it early. During the match, like, no, I knew you was it, and then do something. Or this is when Dakota Kai will turn on her, making her lose, and then I reckon Bayley, they will have a rematch, and Bayley win that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You think Jade Cargill versus Bianca Belair is not going to happen?
It could happen. You just didn't need Elimination Chamber to set it up.
Okay.
Or if I think, if anything, it might be them two as a tag team against someone. Some people.
Yeah. So we're also likely going to be Jimmy versus Jay.
Yeah.
You think Solo Sikoa will be interfering to help Jimmy win?
Yeah, unless Solo has a match. But yeah, that's what I think. Yeah.
Gunther, who you reckon he's going to have a match with?
I don't know. For some reason, I think it might be Sami Zayn.
Yeah, I think that looks like the direction they're heading, right?
Yeah.
But Sami is not going to beat him.
I don't know.
Yeah. Unless...
Because it's one of those weird ones. Because is Payback in Berlin? Wait.
They've got an event. Yeah. They do have one.
So it's either he will either keep the title to then and win, and obviously win whenever it is. Yeah. Or the only scenario else I could think of is he loses the Intercontinental title and becomes number one contender for the World Heavyweight title.
Yep.
And then wins it there. But then I don't know. It's a bit of a weird one.
And I think the other last match might be, maybe, rumblings, rumours, Judgment Day versus Awesome Truth for the tag titles.
Yeah, I can see that happening. And I can see Awesome Truth winning. And that kind of spurs Damien to cash in.
Oh, yeah. If that's the logic, I that makes sense.
Yeah.
But we'll see how we are when the actual... things can change, right?
Yeah, things can change. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, then in that case, if there is a tag match, which is going to be Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns and The Rock, what do you think is going to happen there?
I don't know.
Would you say Seth is because he's the one that's non-directly involved in the Bloodline storyline will take the pin?
Yeah.
I'm like personally, as far as my logic goes, and I know I'd say we should knock down other titles. So it should make sense for me for Seth to pin Roman, right? Because then he can gloat about that. Problem is, obviously, you don't want Roman taking the pin there and then taking the pin later on.
Yeah.
Unless you're gonna have Solo Sikoa interfere and then Seth take the pin.
Yeah, like Seth. If Seth does get pinned in this tag team match, if it happens, it's not gonna be clean.
Yeah, or Cody could take the pin.
Yeah, and again, it's not gonna be clean. Yeah,
just to build to his win later on.
Yeah. Because then you can that would kind of go more into his story as well. Like
what we're sure about is Rock ain't taking the pin.
No, of course not. God, no.
And then by extension, Roman, if he's losing, shouldn't take the pin either.
Yeah.
However, this company does whatever they decide to do sometimes. So it's, booking is not exactly... Predictable booking is not something that falls in line 100%.
I kind of think predictable booking gets kind of boring. But yeah.
No. What I'm saying is, what an outsider would predict doesn't always happen because the company is like, yeah, nah, you know.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So that's us signing for this episode of Triple
Overall, sorry to cut you off. Overall, what do you think the event? Was it good? Did you like it?
It was fine.
Yeah,
it was fine. Like I said, it was as a stopgap event. It was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Knowing that what it's for. I got no problem with it. Yeah.
Same. Yeah, same. Kind of happy that how the time was. You know, it was actually during the day for us rather than technically the next day when other pay-per-views are on. Yeah. So, do it more, WWE. Do it more.
Yeah.
You know, the Americans have had their time. You know, we should get a bit of the shine nowadays. You know.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that was so weird. Yeah. So that was us signing off. Yeah. Let us know your thoughts on the Elimination Chamber straight from Perth, Australia. And you could do that by leaving us a message through either email, Twitter, or Instagram. And you can find all the spots where to reach us in the description section of the podcast or on the YouTube video. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we've got some new viewers. We've got some new subscribers. So yay, thanks for that. And just, thanks for all the love. And I have been the man who may have actually dislocated his thumb in a match, Carl Charles. And
wait, what? Who?
Yeah, apparently Finn Balor dislocated his thumb
during this match.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I thought you were talking about Sin Cara, but I was like,
you mean Mystico?
Yeah. And I am the man who's not on the card because of visa issues.
Wait, who's that? Oh, Gunther.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me just quickly cover why Gunther's done it, because he needs to get his American citizenship. From what I'm reading, he needs to get his American citizenship. So he can't leave the country for 6 months.
Yeah.
Which unfortunately, Perth, Australia. But the other thing is like he'll naturalized citizenship 6 month thing will end before they do the event in Berlin.
Yeah.
Because you don't need him there, right? Of course.
Yeah, you're gonna, because then what's the point?
Yeah.
There's no hometown hero. Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah.
Also, another side tangent. That's why, it's not the same sort of thing, but that's why Bronson Reed wasn't on the card, because originally, apparently, it was going to be him versus Seth at Elimination Chamber if Seth wasn't injured as well. But because his wife is literally having a baby, and I think she had a baby yesterday. Yeah. That's why he couldn't be on the card, because obviously he's gonna be halfway around the world and his wife's having a baby. That's a bit.
Well, look, good for him, because that is what I would. That's the Hangman Page sort of mindset.
Yeah.
Which is also the Ricky Steamboat mindset, except back in those days they would punish you for it.
Yeah, but now they've kind of changed. Yeah.
Well, I think now with social media, you're gonna get backlash.
Yeah, but also like, since He Who Shall Not Be Named has left the company.
Yeah.
I know, like, everyone says, like, one of Triple H's main thing is, like, your family comes first.
Yeah.
So, apparently it was actually Triple H's, like, idea. So, no, you stay with your family. Don't come over, and miss your first child's birth to be in blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, it makes sense,
Yeah.
If this was He Who Shall Not Be Named, it would be a different story. Yeah.
Yeah.
I missed my child's birth, so... But, yeah.
Yeah. Work 70 hours, 90 hours a week.
Yeah.
If I don't have a break, you guys don't have a break.
Like, no, dude.
Okay.
Doesn't work that way.
This is not the first He Who Not Shall Not Be Named. This is the second one, right? Because usually when we say He Shall...
Yeah, the second one. Yeah. The most recent one.
Yeah. And there's a third one who might be able to be named if things clear up. But,
Yes, if things clear up. Yeah. A former multi-time main eventer at WrestleMania. Yeah, that's one, right?
Yeah. A world champion in multiple different sports.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kayfabe and non-kayfabe sports.
Yes.
That guy.
That guy. Yeah.
Who would have been challenging Gunther for the Intercontinental title?
Yeah. If
which is big meaty men match.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, shenanigans. So,
yeah, shenanigans. Real world.
It would have been something, by the way. I would have been looking forward to
Yeah.
see how that turned out.
I reckon Gunter would have went over, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, you would hope, right? At the same time,
I hope. But from what I heard, he shall not be named. Actually, is quite a fan of that guy.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So I reckon he would have went over.
If he's a fan of someone, he works with them well.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when he's not a fan of someone like Dean Ambrose,
yep, it's like rest in a sandbag. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, groovy. Sorry.
anyways,
yeah.
Finally signing off.
Yes.
Thank
you all for taking trip with us around the multiverse to Australia. Have a nice one. Bye.
Bye.